Hi, I'm Beth Buelow with the Introvert Entrepreneur. As entrepreneurs, as leaders, as solopreneurs, we often get this message that because we're doing something that we love and that we're committed to, that we're always inspired, that we're always, kind of on fire about what we're doing. And I found a sign that actually reflects that. If you can see here, Inspired 365. So 365 days a year, we are inspired. And I have to share with you that right now I'm kind of suffering from an inspiration drought. And I share this because, based on my conversations with clients and with friends and colleagues, I'm not alone. And whether it's this time of year or any time of year where you feel like your resources are a little low, it's a great opportunity for some reflection and not to read too much into the fact that you're not necessarily feeling inspired. We're told, you should be excited and, for your feet to hit the floor in the morning and to get going. Sometimes I just want to hit the snooze button a few more times. And what does that really mean? I can get worried about it and think, oh, does that mean that I'm not cut out to do this work, that I'm not cut out to be an entrepreneur, that I'm really not happy in some way? So this was a good reason to do some self-reflection. And when I did, I came up with 3 things that I think have been playing into this. And I offer them to you because I know that, again, I'm not alone in some of these. First is isolation. I noticed that if I look at my calendar, I have not been out to any networking events, to any business development activities, getting together with friends. I've not done much for maybe the past month. And as introverts, we have an enormous and amazing capacity for solitude and quiet, and we relish that, and that's where we recharge our batteries. And just as too much social interaction, too much stimulation can be draining, there's also the fact that too little can also drain our energy. It's drained my inspiration well. And so what I'm going to be doing is getting out and seeing if I can find some events, connecting with some people I haven't talked to in a while, and see if I can't get some people energy back into my life so that that comes into balance. So be aware if your introvert tendencies, preferences, desires for solitude are going just a little bit over the line, and that if you're feeling that restlessness and frustration and lack of inspiration, it could be because it's time for an infusion of people. Secondly, I've noticed that I take things too damn seriously. I can get very much up in my head. That thoughts can bounce around. I have a colleague, Judy Dunn of Cat's Eye Writer, who just wrote a blog post about when things are seriously hard, when blogging is seriously hard, and she talks about the echo chamber, and that our thoughts can bounce around in an echo chamber. And that can cause us to take things, can cause me to take things way too seriously, because all I've got are those thoughts bouncing around with no perspective. So to give me perspective, I've created this little image here, and I offer up this mantra to you that I've embraced, and that's travel light. Travel light through this world. Only take what you want to carry. It's hard to fly, it's hard to soar when you're dragging a lot of excess baggage along with you. And much of that baggage is of our own making, our own thoughts. The other thing I've noticed is that the days can seem to blur together. And that's been contributing to this inspiration well being dry. If I feel like, sorry, there was a little bug there. If I feel like I'm not making progress, if everything's just sort of bleeding one day into the other, that can contribute to not feeling particularly inspired. So yesterday, I found this fabulous little book. It's based on the book, The Happiness Project by Gretchen Rubin. And it's also called The Happiness Project One Sentence Journal. So each page has a day, like September 22nd I opened up here, and then you've got 5 years worth of lines, and each year has 4 lines. So you basically only have room to maybe write 1 sentence. This is great if you want some structure and simplicity and a chance to record some of your thoughts and impressions and lessons and blessings from the day without feeling like you've got to fill some big blank book. So I'm really excited about this, and I think it's going to help me to notice how each day is unique and what gifts each day has brought. So that's the Happiness Project, One Sentence Journal. So like I said, I share this with you not so that it sounds like some sort of little therapy session, but because I think that I'm not alone in feeling like I'm doing work I love, so why am I sometimes not inspired? Why do I feel flat sometimes? And I share with you those reflections of feeling isolated, taking things too seriously, and not recognizing the unique gifts of each day as different factors that might play into that, and to give you some insight as to how I'm dealing with it, and perhaps that will provide you with some ideas. So please, if you're feeling like you're in that place of the well is a little dry, take a few moments to reflect on, how might you be getting in your own way? What's happening around you that might be contributing to this? Is your introversion going a little bit too far in, and there's some outwardness that needs to be happening? The most important thing is to be compassionate with yourself. Don't second guess yourself. Don't doubt yourself. Just be kind with yourself and look at it and say, okay, so this is what's happening. What's the information that is in this experience? And know that, you don't have to read a lot into the fact that sometimes we want to hit the snooze button one more time. Doesn't mean you're not cut out to do what you're doing, and that you're not inspired, or that you're not on the right track. Sometimes we just need to recharge with that little bit of extra sleep, and you can use that literally or metaphorically, so that we can get back up and show up inspired in the world.